Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the full stack development. Okay. First, I want to clarify that when the full stack development is totally different from the your tax stack concepts here. Okay, the stack is comes under the that is totally related to the data structure concept, right? Okay, stack, queue, linked list, as well as the trees also you studied that one. Okay, instead of going for in detail about the data structure, okay, briefly I can explain that one. The data structure mainly going to deal with how you are going to store the data in a memory, how you are going to retrieve that one once you are planning to store the data in a memory, here how we are going to arrange that one using the sorting. Okay, and if you want to search the data from the database or from the memory, okay, efficient technologies or the efficient algorithms already we used and we studied in a data structure, right? But where if you are talking about the full stack development here, this is a totally the different concept is there. Okay, this concept is telling that when they purposely they kept this one for the final year students only. Okay, because full stack development is nothing but, okay, employer, or you can say that one the engineer, okay, or you can say this one the one who wish to work in IT industry, you should know the all the concepts, or you can say this all the technologies that are required to design, develop and deliver the product to the clients here. Okay, friends, instead of going for that in detail, okay, what I want to say here, full stack development is nothing but if you want to deliver the only one product here, if you want to deliver the any one product to the clients here, from collecting information to up to deliver whatever technologies are required, no, he should know that one. Okay, it is going to be called as a full stack development here. Okay, now we go this semester, I'm going to handle this subject. Okay, you know that my name is Shashidhar Goraval. So okay, another one information I wanted to give, that one still the university syllabus is not yet declared for the final year students. Okay, the moment still we get that one, we are going to discuss about some basic concepts only. Okay, once we get this one as per your syllabus, okay, I'm going to conduct the classes also. Okay, now interesting. Now what is meant by the full stack here? As I said earlier, full stack developer, okay, is someone, he should be familiar with all the layers of software development here. All the layers means by collecting the requirements from the client here, you need to design that one. You should be work with the client side programming, you are able to do the server side programming, you should know about the database related issues. Okay, you should be able to understand the REST APIs here. Okay, whatever security issues are there, that also the developer should know this one. It means that one complete person is going to be called as a full stack developer here. Complete person in the sense that he should be aware of all the technologies that are required to deliver the product here as per the customer requirements, or you can say this one the as per the client requirements. Okay, now one more important thing here is that, sir, you may ask one question, sir, is it possible that possible that one developer can be expert in all the areas? No, it doesn't require here, it does not require also. Okay, you should be smartly behavior during the development course here. He should be smartly behavior development during the design, okay, during the deliver, you can say during the requirement and collection. You should be aware of that one, and you should be familiar with all the technologies. Okay, familiar is different, and you should be expert in the all the technology. If you are familiar with that one, no, you can easily understand that one. Okay, due to that reason, what they are telling, full stack developer is the someone who is familiar with all the layers of software development here first. Okay, it is the definition. Afterwards, what we are telling, it doesn't mean that you should be aware, sorry, you should be expert in all the technologies, but you should be familiar with the familiar, or you can say this one, the developer should have the functional knowledge related to the each techniques or each technology here. Okay, now what are those technologies, sir? Okay, what is meant by exactly the full stack development? Okay, which language I need to study here? Okay, whether I we are having this different technologies are there, you know well. Okay, we are going to talk with the front end technology one side. Okay, we are having the back end technology also. Okay, front end technology, if you are talking this one, always it is related to the client side programming only. Okay, you need to study about the HTML is there. Okay, but JavaScript is there. Nowadays very well known language, that is Angular JS also is in the market. Okay, whatever the flavors are available to design the front end technology, the developer should be familiar, or he should be the functional knowledge regarding that one. Okay, now if you're talking about the backend technology, always the server side programming is going to be called as a backend technology. Okay, you know, very well known programming language Java. Okay, from last 10 years, okay, Java only leading for the backend technologies. Okay, we are having even we are having your .NET is there. Okay, some other language like JavaScript also there nowadays. Okay, little bit code is running for the backend for the server coding. Okay, like that we are going to study that one. Okay, we are having the database also. The developer should be able with the SQL queries. Okay, he should know about the Oracle, he should be know about the MySQL also. Okay, how we are going to manage that one, how we are going to retrieve the data efficiently, how we are going to store the security issues also. Okay, it's also very important here. Okay, the developer should be aware of that one, where exactly we are going to store that one. Okay, whether he should be apply the encryption or the decryption for the password, whether he's going to apply the hashing here, where exactly is going to be store the data here, and who is going to have the access for that one. Everything the developer should take the decision here. Okay, and very important, HTTP and the REST APIs of that. Okay, whenever you want to request from client to the server here, the developer should know this one, how he is going to be request to the server from the client here, whether he is going to use the HTTP protocol or the REST APIs also. Okay, if you are working in a company, every time, okay, the the developer should have connection connect with the server here using the REST APIs. That also we are going to discuss in detail in your syllabus. Okay, and definitely he should be have some web application architecture also. Okay, nowadays, okay, we should provide the good user interface. Okay, good viewing also to the customers here. Okay, that only ruling now. Due to that reason, we are going to use JavaScript as well as Angular JS also to design the accurate or the attractive web pages. Okay, we are going to developers should have the web application architecture also. Okay, and one more important, that is the algorithm and the data structure. As I said earlier, okay, before developing the any task here, first we need to design the algorithms here. Okay, once you clearly mention that which algorithms you are going to be used, that one. Okay, briefly I can tell this one. We are having the divide and conquer algorithms are there. Okay, greedy algorithms we studied, okay, in the previous semester. We are having dynamic programming also. All these things we are going to be conquer together here, and we need to apply for the good product deliver for the good product deliver techniques here. Okay, and one more, we are having the git version control also. Okay, this will be the building tool here. Okay, means that whenever once you develop the any code here, we need to build that one to the server here. Okay, due to that reason we need to study the git version control also. Okay, now little bit we are going to study about the layers in a full stack development. Okay, let's always remember that one, layers in the sense that once you have started developing the any product up to delivering that one, whatever the steps we are going to paste now, that steps are going to be called as a layers here. Okay, first we go from the operating system. What they are telling this one, the user should be able to operate, okay, all the operating systems here. Okay, he should be should have the functional knowledge related to the Windows. He should be functional knowledge about the Linux here. Okay, you should be having some the iOS also. Okay, all operating system you should be able to manage that one. First thing. Second thing, they are telling this one, database 100%. Okay, you should be expert in a database. You should be able to write the queries here. Okay, efficiently store the data and retrieving data. Okay, you should be able to write the queries also. Okay, you should be able to handle the Oracle database as well as the MySQL. Okay, so many other flavors also available nowadays. Okay, should be aware of that one, and should be he should have the functional knowledge regarding to the database here. Okay, as I said earlier, web servers also. Okay, server side code 100% very difficult here, because we need to write the robust also. Okay, because at a time the more than 100 or 200 clients can be request for the server here. And by giving small example here, okay, that time server side code should be very robust and the strong here, right? And browsers, okay, so many browsers are available. Okay, your Firefox is there, Google Chrome is there, Why I'm telling about the browsers here? Whenever the clients are going to be connect to the server, no, he should use the browsers only. Okay, in during that once you click the particular browser, from browser only we are going to send the username and password to the server here. Okay, where exactly we are going to store this one, why we need to use the cookies also. Okay, once you send the data using encryption and decryption, okay, on the fly you are going to do the decryption, or after reaching the server you are going to do the decryption or not. All these things the developer should take the decision here before developing the any product. Okay, if the developer have the functional knowledge regarding that one, then only he is able to do that one, otherwise it is not going to be work well. Okay, afterwards again we need to change everything here. Due to that reason, what they are telling, if you want to become the full stack developer, you should be aware about the all the layers of the development here, full stack development. Okay, that is operating system, database, web server, server side code, browser related issues, okay, and then technology and the client side code also, right? Now we are going to discuss about the little bit about the front-end technologies. What are front-end technologies you are going to be study that one. Okay, now as I said earlier that front-end technology most of the times it is going to be work with the client-side programming only. Okay, as for the demand nowadays, okay, digital solutions are increasing at a rapid pace also. Okay, front-end technologies have also become the more important in the product development. Okay, we are having the different technologies are available. Okay, HTML is there. Okay, our hypertext markup language. Okay, CSS is there. Okay, cascading style sheets also, means CSS means the cascading style sheets. Okay, actually HTML and CSS is used for the front-end technologies only to design the particular web pages also. Okay, to give the good user interface to the clients as well as the users. Due to that reason, we are going to use the HTML and the CSS, and we are having Bootstrap also nowadays. Okay, it is open source CSS framework. Okay, Bootstrap is nothing but the framework here, which can be mainly used for the creation of responsive websites and the applications also. Okay, Bootstrap framework is mainly used for developing websites as well as its application. Okay, using CSS and JavaScript based design templates. Okay, Bootstrap saves the developers from a lot of coding efforts. Okay, as compared to JavaScript, okay, and the CSS, no, using CSS and JavaScript based design templates, Bootstrap, okay, actually it saves the developers from a lot of coding efforts. So right, it means that Bootstrap, if you are using the Bootstrap technologies, okay, it can reduce the more coding efforts for the developers. Now as I said earlier, AngularJS. Okay, nowadays it is everywhere it is using that one. AngularJS is a JavaScript based open source framework, friends. Okay, that can address the several challenges encountered in building a single page applications also. Okay, most of the companies all they means overcome with the HTML5 6 and all this, no, they replaced the languages with the AngularJS only. Okay, now if you're talking about the backend technology, as I said, this one already it is going to be at the server side here. Okay, backend is a part of software application that you cannot see that one, that's why they given the name as a backend. Okay, now it is mainly one more important thing about the backend is that when it is always organizing and storing of the data and ensures that, okay, everything runs robustly on the client side. Okay, client side in the sense that whenever you want to access any data from the server side, client is going to request that when the code is going to be run at the server side. Due to that reason, as I said earlier, the robust server is required. Okay, robust server side coding also required here. Okay, if you are having the functional knowledge related to the server side programming, no, that can be achieved that one. Okay, their intention is that full stack developers should be aware of the front end technologies as well as the back end technologies. Okay, whatever the front end technologies are there, no, like your Bootstrap is there, okay, HTML is there, AngularJS is there. Okay, the developer should have the at least functional knowledge related to the technologies. Okay, so talking about the back end technologies, okay, he should be have the good languages like your Java is there. Okay, PHP also is there. Okay, Java is an object oriented language, you know, that can be work on multiple platforms including Windows, Linux, Mac operating systems. Okay, the language can be used for the mobile application, friends, you know well, of the web apps also, desktop apps also. Even for the data connection we are using the Java, and we are using for the applications of servers also. Okay, sometimes the web servers also developed by using the Java only. Okay, and if you're talking about the PHP, friends, very simple language it is. Okay, mainly it is used for the programming language, used for the development of websites and the web applications only. Okay, most of the times it is not going to use for developing the huge or the heavy loaded applications. Okay, where lightweighted applications are developed using the PHP programming. Okay, now, and we are having Python also. Okay, if you're talking about the 2018-19, it is the era of the Python only. Everywhere the vastly they adopted the Python programming, very easy to understand. Also it is similar to the English language. Okay, due to that reason the most of the people are adopted that language. Okay, but uh, as compared to the security issues and the robust, no, as compared to Java and other languages, PHP is a poor one. Okay, it is having a little bit more vulnerable. Okay, means attacks can be easily done due to that reason. Okay, some application, lightweight applications we can use for the Python. .NET also is there. Okay, Node.js is JavaScript runtime. Okay, it is mainly designed to create scalable network applications. Okay, now it is an open source server environment, can run on different platforms such as your operating systems. Okay, Mac is there. Okay, Linux is there, Unix, and the other operating systems also. Okay, Node.js, AngularJS, now what is everywhere, all the companies are adopting these languages only. In your interviews also, okay, you need to be have a little bit knowledge, or you can use the one word is the functional knowledge, how it is going to be work, sir. Okay, how where exactly this kind of codes are going to be used, that things you should be clear that one. Now if you're talking about the database, yes, as I said earlier, database is also a fundamental thing here, right? If you want to store the any data here, okay, you should have some data structure related issues also. Okay, if you are having the good in a data structure, definitely you are going to, definitely we should be able to store the data in a database. Okay, okay, how we are going to store this one, we need to write the different types of the queries also, right? We need to write queries here, and where exactly we are going to store that one, who is going to have the access for the database here, how we are going to retrieve the data here. Okay, and what are the different types of the data types, as I said, SQL is there, your MongoDB is there, and we are having the Oracle also. Okay, what are the, which one is the very good database here? Okay, you should be have that one. Okay, now as per the user application we are going to choose the database also. Okay, but most of the companies are using the MySQL only, easy to operate that one. If you made some mistakes also, it is not going to be harmful that one. Okay, one time I my own experience, no, I was trying to install the Oracle here. Okay, I got some conflict between Oracle as well as the MySQL. Okay, I lost all the data, right? So means if you made small mistakes also, okay, that can be, in MySQL it is okay, but in Oracle a little bit. Okay, if you done everything correctly, okay, Oracle also very good. Okay, but as per my experience, MySQL is the better. Okay, query language is the better one. Okay, right? Now what is meant by RDBMS here? Okay, what is meant by the SQL for adding, accessing, and managing content in the database? Everything the developer should be aware of that one. Okay, what is difference between the uh, what are the challenges in the MySQL database here, what are the challenges in the MongoDB, why the people are using for the MongoDB, why they are using the SQL here. Okay, why they are using the Oracle, all this. Okay, in interview also they are going to ask you that one. Okay, if I give the offer for using the three databases, which one you are going to use, whether you are going to use the Mongo, okay, whether you are going to use the SQL or the Oracle. Okay, justify yourself. Okay, you should have some functional information related to the particular databases also. Okay, now SQL server. Okay, SQL server is a relational database management system that store and fetches the data as requested by the software applications, which can either run on the same system or the another system across the network. Okay, what they are telling here, friends, SQL server is nothing but the is a relational database management system, RDBMS management. Okay, here it is mainly used to store the data and fetches the data as per the requested by the software application, which can either run on the same system or another system across the network. Okay, it means that it is nothing but the client server architecture only. Okay, if the client is a client and the server, if the client and server is in the same machine, that time also it is going to be paste the data from the server, and it will give to the client here. Okay, Fetch in the sense that at the server side also we should have some storage space here, we should have some databases now. Okay, to access the data from the server side, here we are going to use the SQL server. Okay, SQL server is going to utilize the RDBMS concept here. Okay, whether if the client requested any data from the server side, I am going to use the SQL server and will paste the data from the server side and I will give to the client here. Okay, that also it is also going to be work under the SQL server now. Okay, now DevOps also is there. It's the combination of two words, development and the operations. Okay, now it is a set of software development practices that collaborate development and operation team to deploy the code to the production faster in a repeatable way. I hope you are understanding. It means that DevOps is nothing but the it is a combination of development and the operation. Now it is a set of software development practices. Okay, collaborate development here. Okay, instead of having the only one development, we are having DevOps now. Okay, collaboratively we are going to develop the application here, we are going to develop the operations also, and as a team we are going to deploy the code to the production faster. Means that, friends. Okay, I will give one example. If you are working in a one particular company, okay, in your team you are having the 10 members are there. Okay, all 10 members we are going to work and we develop the products collaboratively. Okay, togetherly we are going to develop the one second we are going to develop all the operations collaboratively. Okay, but we are having the only one server here. All these developments, okay, all your operations, okay, all your software development practice should goes to the particular server here. Yes or no? If you are writing together here, okay, in some in your individual PCs, okay, in a particular network, the team can all team can deploy the code to the server. Okay, if you done this one, the production will be very fast here. Okay, due to that reason we can use the DevOps also. Okay, what I wanted to say here, friend, DevOps is nothing but the combination of two words here. One will be the development and one more word will be the operations here. Okay, in the sense that all the team members are going to be work collaboratively togetherly. They can take the individual task here, they are going to develop particular operations also during deployment to the particular server. With the help of DevOps we can done this one. It will faster, it will make you to the faster in a production here. Okay, now we come to the what is meant by exactly the full stack developer. He's a kind of an engineer, friends. Okay, just first I will read out this one, then I will explain that one. Okay, full stack developer is an engineer who works on both client side and server side software, as I said earlier. Okay, he's a full stack developer is an engineer only. He should be work with the front end, or you can say this one the front end and the back end. Okay, or you can say this one the client side softwares as well as the server side softwares. Okay, this type of software developer works on the full stack of an application. Meaning of front end technology means that you should be aware of all front end technology. Okay, and he should have the functional knowledge related to the back end technology. Okay, and he should have some knowledge about the database, should have some knowledge about the servers, okay, and APIs, even for the REST also. Okay, REST APIs. What it means that at the end what we are going to conclude here, okay, as a full stack developer, he is an engineer only, the engineer one who works at the both the side, client side as well as the server side here, or you can say this from the front end as well as the back end here. But he should have the functional knowledge related to the front end technologies as well as the back end technologies. If you are talking about the back end technologies, database, servers and the APIs, you should be aware. If you are talking about the front end here, you should be aware of APIs, REST, and even you can tell this one for the HTML, PHP, JavaScript is there, Angular CSS also. he should be aware of all these technologies. Okay, now a full stack developer doesn't necessarily master in all technologies, as I said earlier. Okay, at least he should have functional knowledges. Okay, it doesn't mean that he should be expert in all the technology. It never going to be happen also, because it's very difficult to remember all the concepts also, all the things. But if you can remember, you can analyze and remember, can digest the at least functional knowledge related to the particular technology also, right? However, the professional is expected to work on the client as well as the server sides, okay, and understand what is going on when developing an application, right? Particular company, okay, your manager will going to be assigned some work to you. Okay, some client side people will get some work here, and server side people is going to get the other work also. During that time, no, you should be understand, so what's going on in my team here. Okay, what's going on in my company. Okay, these people are working on the client side. Okay, in the future you may get immediately the client side programming also. Okay, immediately you may get the server side also. Due to that reason, you should be use that one both, okay, client as well as the server side here. Now, very important, why do you need a full stack developer? Interesting. First thing, if you know all the technologies, okay, full stack developer helps you to keep every part of the system running smoothly, 100%. Okay, if the one system is there everywhere, if you want to deliver one product here, okay, that should be start from client to the server only. Yes or no? All the pages should the product should cross all the pages of the development here. If the full stack developer know all these things, can easily run the, he can easily smoothly run the product here. Due to that reason, what they're telling, if you know all the, if the engineer is the full stack developer, definitely he is going to keep every part of the system running very smoothly here. Second thing, full full stack developer can provide help to everyone in the team, 100%. Okay, in your team, no, two people will get the one work here, another two people will get the another work. Okay, both they are working under the same product only. Yes sir, no, some people may get the security issues, some people may get the front end design here, and the two people may get the back end design here. Okay, that time he can help to all the persons also. Due to that is what they are telling, developer can provide help to everyone in the team and gently reduce the time and technical cost of a team communication. Definitely, if you know well that one, it will reduce the team time also, it is able to reduce the technical cost also. Okay, due to that reason, what they're telling, if you are the if you are the full stack developer, no, okay, you are able to help to all the team members here. If you are having the knowledge related to all the technology, definitely it is going to reduce the technical cost also. Okay, now one more thing, if one person pays a different roles, it saves your company's personal, okay, infrastructure and the operational cost also, 100%. Okay, instead of taking a 3 or 4 members or appointing 4 members, the one person is having all things known to him. Definitely it is going to be saves your company's personal, okay, second thing, the infrastructure also and the operational cost. All these are the advantages for the full stack developer. Now we come to know that what is meant by full stack developer. Okay, what are the technologies are required. Once afterwards we studied about the why we require the full stack developer also. Okay, now it's the time to why, what exactly full stack developer is going to do, that one. Okay, now first one, the full stack developer, you may be involved in the following activities. First thing, translate your requirements into the overall architecture and the implementation of new system. Now first, as a full stack developer, first step is to collect all the requirements correctly from the client here. Okay, I need to translate that all the requirements, please try to get understand here. Okay, I need to translate them all the requirements from the client or the customer. That requirement should be get understand by all the team members or in a company. Once you understand the requirement, then only you are able to develop the particular requirement from the customer here. First thing. Second thing, manage the project and coordinate with the client, 100%. Once you got the particular requirement here, you need to manage that one. Okay, the requirement should be get developed inside your company, okay, or inside in your team, that one. And you should have the coordination with the in your client also, because if you are having the good client coordination with the clients or friends, definitely the requirements are keep on going to get changed here. That time it is going to be help you lot. Now third thing, write a backend code in a Ruby, Python, Java and PHP languages, right? Okay, which languages you are well known? No, if you are good in a PHP, you can write this one, check the security issues. If you are good in a Ruby language, check this one, all the by using this backend programming language, whether I am able to reach all the requirement from the customer, okay, whether I am able to meet the requirements or not. If you are able to meet with the Java, you can go for the Java language also. Anything, you should be write the languages. Now writing a optimized front-end code, HTML and JavaScript, okay, definitely friends, optimized word is a very important here. Okay, stop writing the lengthy course, okay, it is going to be trouble the client side programming, because it's client side always it should have the very lightweighted programming is required. Okay, because the customer is going to be install that one in their PC, that one hardly it is going to take, you know well about the in terms of KB only. Okay, at max 1 MB or 2 MB, that much lightweighted applications are required at the client side. Due to that reason, you should use the optimized programming code, okay, such as HTML and the JavaScript. Okay, understand. Okay, next one, understand, create and debug the database related queries. 100% you should be get understand all the database related queries. Okay, and you should be able to create the database here. You should be able to debug the databases also, because once the username and password hacked by someone, okay, you will be in that trouble. 100%. Okay, anyone can do anything, that one. For that reason, it plays a very important role. Okay, now create a test code to validate the application against client requirement. 100%. Once you develop the particular product, you need to debug that one, you need to test that one, what the customers requirements are, whether it is going to be reach or meet all the requirements given by the customer. Okay, everything we are going to write the test code for that also. Or you can say, for one product we are going to write the 10 to 15 test cases. Okay, we are going to check this one with the product, okay, which is going to be reach that one validated, then only you are going to deliver to the customer. Otherwise you are going to redeveloping, or you are going to do some patchwork also to the code, then it is going to be meet that one. Monitor the performance of web application in the infrastructure. Okay, this is also going to be done by the full stack developer only, right? Friends, if you are having any doubts, please let me know that one. Okay, thank you.